Operation Sindoor, ceasefire declared. But who really won the war of narratives? In a surprising turn of events, India and Pakistan have agreed to a ceasefire, halting weeks of intense escalation. But as the dust settles, deeper questions emerge. Not just about the battlefield, but about the minds and motives driving each side. Let's first begin with Pakistan's propaganda. Their propaganda parade, rather. As the guns fall silent, Pakistan erupts, not in reflection, but in celebration. Propaganda machines are in overdrive. Victory rallies, doctored videos, fake narratives. Islamabad spins a tale of triumph while the world watches silently. But here's the truth. Is Pakistan deceiving its own citizens with a false sense of victory? Is this just another act in a long play to win IMF sympathy while preparing the next chapter of cross-border terror? Reports suggest Pakistan's economy was crumbling, and the ceasefire helped secure a much-needed cash injection from the IMF, a fund released shockingly amid active conflict, a moment that exposed the double face of global institutions. Now let's ponder on India's strategic silence, victory or vulnerability. While Pakistan celebrates, India stays silent. No chest thumping, no victory laps. But this silence is layered. Is this strategic, calculated, or simply a pause before a storm? And a few questions that disturb. Did India repeat the mistake of a premature ceasefire? Did we stop short of achieving the objectives of Operation Sindoor? Was this a tactical withdrawal or a strategic misstep that could return to haunt us in future? Does India need to realign their strategic modern warfare where cyber, drones and psychological ops matter more than obsolete defense systems? External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar did issue a clear warning. Any act of terror will be treated as an act of war, which means Operation Sindoor isn't over. India is ready, alert, with zero tolerance on terrorism. Now the lessons I think India must learn urgently. If India is serious about defending its borders and citizens, and they are, the time for transformation is now. This is not Kargil. This is not 1971. This is a modern warfare. Where are India's drone armies and cyber warriors? Why are DRDO's breakthrough projects stuck at prototype stage? They must move to full operational deployment rapidly. Does India have dedicated cyber command and defense cyber agency? Have we built indigenous scalable counter-drone systems yet? It's time for a made-in-India military tech revolution, from drones to cyber tools, from AI surveillance to satellite-guided precision warfare. Startups, private firms and DRDO must come together with one goal: readiness. And our Honorable Prime Minister Modi is or has been promoting Made in India. Now let's open our eyes to the world order that's exposed. The ceasefire also ripped the mask off the global power order. The IMF fast-tracked aid to a terror-sponsoring state. Why? Turkey's open support for Pakistan is now undeniable. UAE and Saudi Arabia maintain strategic ambiguity, tilting perhaps toward India, but saying little. NATO, once the world's iron shield, is irrelevant in Asia. Let's be honest, in Indo-Pak tensions, NATO is non-existent. And India's internal dilemma? Back home, there's a quiet sense of disheartenment. The ceasefire came too early, too sudden. But we as a nation must recognize that India is a peace-loving nation, where our leadership prioritizes economic stability and global consensus over prolonged conflict. Perhaps this decision was made to protect civilian lives and ensure India's long-term strategic position on the world stage. The Indian people trust their armed forces. They respect the leadership. But they also demand readiness, transformation, and clarity of purpose, not just silence. As the ceasefire holds, the real war begins of narratives, of technology, of future readiness. But the questions now shift beyond borders. Will Pakistan truly honor the ceasefire? Which of course not. Or is this just a tactical pause before the next infiltration? Is China silently backing Pakistan's next move? Does the US have a hidden interest in protecting Pakistan for its regional leverage? What's the real game behind this sudden surprise ceasefire? Who blinked and why? One thing is certain, India is not playing short term. This is part of a bigger plan. And while the world watches, debates and negotiates, India must be ready. Not just for the next war, but for the next kind of war. For more deep insights, keep watching The Globali.